Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Tashiana Bradford.
And I'm Dante Fluker. Hurricane Dorian destroyed homes, businesses, and left dozens of people dead in the Bahamas.
News Valdosta Cody Johnson spoke to a VSU student from the Bahamas whose family is just starting the process to get back on their feet.
Construction in the Bahamas is hitting hard for one VSU grad student. Antonio Skellenberry is from the Islands of Nation, where last week the Category 5 Hurricane Dorian hit hard in his hometown.
It's hard. It's tough to be away from home, knowing about everything that's going on, back home, seeing how devastating it is, and realizing how much it's impacting people's lives.
Antonio says it's very hard being over here, but he is doing everything in his power to help his hometown while being here at Valdosta State University.
So in a situation like this, it's only smart to go along with credible organizations and reputable foundations. So I've been sending clothes and different needs that people need back home to hopefully be delivered so that they can make good use of them. And the Caribbean Student Organization here at Valdosta State is also doing a drive for the hurricane relief of those affected back home. So
The organization is stepping up to help those impacted by Hurricane Dorian. News Valdosta's Joshua Osagai spoke to one of the organizers of local relief efforts.
The Caribbean Student Association at Valdosta State is answering the call to help families in need. Last week, Hurricane Dorian decimated parts of the Bahamas, leaving dozens of people dead and thousands of others homeless. This week, donations are being collected here at VSU to the island nation's recovery. Destiny Wilkes tells me they will be taking donations for the next 2 weeks.
Abaco and Grand Bahama and Freeport was affected the most. A lot of people don't have houses, they don't have clothes, they don't have water. They don't have simple necessities that we have. So we're trying to gather as much donations as we can of those things, soap, water, clothes, sanitary products.
The first batch of donations are expected to be delivered to the Bahamas next week. The devastation in the Bahamas hits close to home for several members in this organization.
They're in need of a lot, and we're just trying to help the best way we can. We have a couple members in our organization who are from the Bahamas, so it really touched their heart. And of course, we're, as a Caribbean family, touch all of our hearts too, so we're trying to help any way we can.
In addition to dropping off donations at the student union, collections are also happening at this week's football and volleyball games.
We're working to learn how an inmate died. According to Georgia Department of Corrections, Brodnick Sills, 28, was found unconscious in his cell around 7:45 p.m. on September the 6th. After calling EMT, he was rushed to South Georgia Medical Center, where he died an hour later. State officials have been investigating Sills' death as a possible suicide. The inmate had been sentenced in Richmond County to serve 20 years for voluntary manslaughter. There has been several inmate deaths at Valdosta State Prison within the past 2 years.
A local couple is fighting back after their pride flag was vandalized on more than one occasion. News Valdosta, Mitzi Perez spoke with the couple about the support they've been receiving.
A pride flag once flew in the house behind me until the couple says it was vandalized for the 5th time.
Brian Meeks and Clay Bass are disappointed in the acts of vandalism against a part of their home that showcases gay pride.
Upon opening my door, I noticed that the flag that we fly was on my front porch, torn and ripped and burnt. And then I proceeded to look at the flagpole, which had been bent down and basically pulled into the front of my residence.
Prior to this incident, there have been 4 other occasions where the couple says they have been discriminated against, which include vandalism, theft, and the replacement of their flag with an American flag.
We've had so much community outreach and positive response for this.
They shared a Facebook post which has garnered hundreds of shares and responses from across the country, all positive and uplifting, which helps the couple continue this fight with hate.
I know people from Chicago and Atlanta, people from Texas have reached out to us, just private messaging us saying, hey, even though it sucks that this happened, even being in the region that you are in is known to not be huge fans of people in our community.
The couple do plan on including all the different flags for each LGBTQ community group and not letting this bring them down.
We are going to be replacing our flagpole and decorating our yard with over 300 different flags.
Police are still looking for whoever did this. If found, they will face vandalism charges. Reporting for News Valdosta, Mitzi Perez.
The Southwest Division of the Georgia Department of Transportation is working on a $50 million project for parts of I-75. The construction is happening at exits 22 and 29. Expect traffic to be impacted while crews work on the project. Crews ask that drivers be patient as they work to make the area safer.
The Pre-Function is a talent showcase event that promotes the performing arts and media-based talents discovered at VSU. It is also designed to help promote other organizations that are also involved on campus. News Valdosta, Jayla Trice attended this year's event.
Working together to make students feel more comfortable, I am here at the Pre-Function, ready to see our new leaders promote diversity and inclusion.
VSU's Minority Org enjoyed music, games, performances, and more at this year's Pre-Function.
The Pre-Function was great. I had a great time. It was different, learning about different organizations and where they're coming from and the different dances, and of course, the free raffles. All together, I had a great time. Thanks for asking.
My favorite thing about Pre-Function was getting a chance to show everyone in the freshmen about my organization in track.
Every VSU organization that is minority-based was in attendance. While students had a good time, some tell me that there's always room for improvement.
Personally, I feel like every year the org's going to get better, the performances get better, so every year is another year of growth and, improvement.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
VSU prides itself on its diverse student body, and here at the Pre-Function, we support minority orgs. I'm Jayla Trice, and this is News Valdosta.
Coming up next on News Valdosta, families in Valdosta have a new entertainment spot to check out.
And the Blazers' first home game of the season could see some rain. We'll have your weekend weather after the break.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more, because you never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Valdosta has just opened up a new family-friendly skating rink. News Valdosta's Denisha Brenham has more about how families can take advantage of the new entertainment venue.
It has been more than at least 8 years since Valdosta has had a skating rink. Behind me is Skate and Play Family Fun Center, and today is the grand opening. So let's go take a look and learn a little bit more about Valdosta's upcoming hotspot.
A place for family fun. Skate and Play Family Fun Center is now open. Located on North Oak Street Extension near Walmart off of Inner Perimeter.
So our hours are Tuesday through Thursday 3 to 10, Friday 12 to 10, Saturday 10 to 10, and then Sunday 10 to 9.
They offer 9,000 square foot of skating floor, a new age arcade, mini golf, soft play area, a skate and play cafe, along with rentable party rooms. Skate and Play is not just fun that's only for kids, but adults as well.
So we're tacking on some mommy and daddy or adult nights to where, they don't have to worry about skating and tripping over little kids. So those hours will be 10 to 1. We'll probably start those in like a month or 2, but during those times, that's when we'll have our theme parties.
Not all new businesses are successful. I asked the operations manager what are her hopes for the future of the skating rink.
So our hopes for the skating rink, #1 is for us to be a community staple. Just do things with the community that, when people mention Valdosta, they'll mention Skate and Play Family Fun Center.
This is Denisha Brenham reporting for News Valdosta.
The South Georgia Medical Center will be offering a Freedom from Smoking program to help efforts that would help smokers kick the habit and live free from smoke. The program features sessions led by trained, certified American Lung Association facilitators to teach people how to become permanent non-smokers. Participants attend 6 weekly sessions where 8 interactive lessons are presented. The free program begins on Tuesday, beginning October 1st. Visit sgmc.org to register.
Now let's get a check of your weekend forecast with News Valdosta's Maria Sellers.
I'm Maria Sellers, bringing you your News Valdosta forecast courtesy of the National Weather Service. Tomorrow will be hot and sunny with a high of 92 degrees as we head into the weekend, but clouds are expected to start moving into the area tomorrow night and temperatures will drop to the lower 70s. Friday afternoon will be a hot day as well with a high of 92 degrees and rain chances nearing 30%. If we see showers though, they should clear up as we head into the night and temperatures drop to the lower 70s. For the Blazers home opener on Saturday, you may want to take a raincoat or umbrella because the rain chances are expected to be around 60%. However, it will not be as hot with a high of 88 degrees, which will continue through the afternoon until the temperature drops to a low of 74 as we head into the night. And for Sunday, we are expecting a 50% chance of rain, but it will be partly sunny in other areas. Temperatures will near a high of 90 degrees, and in the overnight hours, temperatures will continue to drop until they reach a low of 72. As for the Atlantic, the National Hurricane Center is continuing to monitor 3 tropical events, but they are not expected to impact our area at this time. This has been your News Valdosta 4-day forecast, courtesy of the National Weather Service. I'm Maria Sellers.
The Antonio Brown saga continues with a new federal lawsuit.
And the Blazers football team is gearing up for their very first home game. We'll have more next in sports.
My bad.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
I'm Jadavian Williams, and let's start with the VSU football team, which has picked up right where they left off after earning their first win of the season this past Saturday against Albany State. News Valdosta's Justin Lewis has more on the Blazers' first victory.
The national champion Blazers are off and running after a 38-3 win in Albany over the weekend. A 4-touchdown first half and second half defensive shutout delivered Valdosta State football a season-opening win.
Well, we had a good week of practice. You know, we were coming out of camp, and like I mentioned last week, we kind of hit that wall where we were sick and tired of going against our defense. Our defense was sick and tired of going against us, and we needed something else to kind of get excited about.
The Black Swarm defense lived up to their name with suffocating play, never allowing Albany State the flexibility needed to score a touchdown. Corey Roberts and Alex Brown had first-half interceptions, and senior linebacker Nick Moss led the game in tackles with 9.
You know, the week flew by, you know, and our game plan had been done. We've done that pretty much about a week and a half before, you know, so really, it just turns into me and Coach Stalker worrying about the triple option team we're going to face and then the unknown.
The Panthers scored 14 fourth-quarter points to win their season-opening victory over Shepherd. The Blazers and Panthers are scheduled for a 6:05 p.m. kickoff at Bazemore Hyder Stadium this Saturday. The game will also be available for streaming on ESPN3. Reporting for News Valdosta, I'm Justin Lewis.
With the Antonio Brown saga nearly coming to an end, he is now being accused of rape. The alleged victim has filed a lawsuit Tuesday morning that accuses the newly signed New England Patriots receiver of sexually assaulting her on 3 separate occasions. She claims the alleged incidents have left her suffering near panic attacks and suicidal thoughts. She is seeking $75,000. Just this past Saturday, Brown was released by the Oakland Raiders for conduct detrimental to the team and was picked up by the New England hours after Brown was scheduled for his first practice today. But with this surprise lawsuit, he could possibly be placed on the commissioner's exempt list, which makes him inactive. The Lady Blazers soccer team fell short to begin their season Sunday against the Clayton State Lady Lakers. News Valdosta's Cecil Murkison has more from the field.
The VSU Lady Blazers fell short to Clayton State Lady Lakers.
The Lady Blazers' Kaylee Reedy scored the first goal of the game, where she was assisted by Lexi Hall. For the Lady Lakers, Jane Broner had their first goal of the game, assisted by Mona Loft. Melanie Berzois put the Lady Lakers up 2-1 once she scored with 35 minutes left in the game. The Clayton State defense was stout, holding VSU to 1 point and 9 shots on goal. Their suffocating trap defense prevented the Lady Blazers from making any good crosses all night, neutralizing their star player Ashley Lewis, having no goals scored.
Get some stuff on film, look at it this weekend, get ready for 2 games next weekend.
The experience of Clayton State was an uphill battle for the team, having to overcome it in their home opener. It showed throughout the game. Coach Andrews stated at halftime it was an emphasis on energy and execution. The team started the season with a lackluster first half.
Second half there's a little more energy. I think you're losing 2-1 and there's a little bit more desire, and we addressed some stuff at halftime just to try and press them a little bit higher.
Coach Andrews stated that it was a learning process for a lot of new players getting acclimated to higher competition this semester.
Yeah, I think just getting minutes on their legs, and I think now you've got some game minutes in, and you've played another Division 2 team, and so now the young kids have an idea of what it's like to play at this level.
This is Cecil Murkison reporting from News Valdosta.
That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
How do you define tradition?
How do you hold on to all the memories, all the victories, the struggles,
the friendships? How do you carry all the history,
all the spirit, and all the beauty with you on your journey ahead? Like this.
We're all a part of this tradition.
Now make your mark.
And welcome back to News Valdosta. Apple just announced the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and 11 Pro Max set to be released in stores worldwide on September the 20th.
The price ranges will start around $700, $1,000, and $1,100. Apple says this is the first iPhone powerful enough to be called a Pro. The iPhone will feature longer battery life, water resistant for up to 30 minutes, features 3 ultra-wide cameras on the back of the Pro phones and 2 ultra-wide cameras on the back on the iPhone 11. That's it for today's News Valdosta. We hope you've enjoyed our show.
And that you'll join us again next time. Thanks for watching.